So we got a little silent movie going today, Joe.
There we go. Okay.
Hopefully
Sorry
we got
about
sound
that.
now.
Yeah, we do.
Okay.
I can see it now. Sorry about that for those of you listening in.
I didn't know you could see sound.
Well, I can see the little meters running.
teasing you.
What I get to see.
I know what you meant.
So 4 minutes into this first period, it's still no score. So the good news is you didn't really miss much of anything, as a long shot by Amon was handled by Knockel. And we'll get a whistle and a face-off. It is the Kansas City Jets and Dubuque Saints here in the first period. Scoreless. I know it says Mystique Ice Arena, but I believe nowadays they call it the I'm on Ice Arena.
Right.
So we'll update that at some point.
Call that. Yep.
And in the meantime, we know we're good. And off the face-off, the puck is played out to center ice. This Dubuque team, as we talked about, but you didn't hear it, is a very good JV squad. And obviously the Jets need as much help as they can get. They need to get as many points as they can get, we'll put it that way, to try and be one of those top 6 when the end of the season rolls around. And they were able to start off the weekend with a good win against Ames last night.
Absolutely, yeah.
They didn't hear you say that earlier.
No,
so
the Jets definitely have to battle down, and here in the rest of the season, with about 18 games to go, we'll see what we can do.
You mentioned it was a 2-1 win last night, and the game, the score was probably closer than the game was in terms of the amount of zone time and things like that. But, as has been the case throughout the season, this Jets JV team has sometimes had a hard time finding the back of the net, and that was the case last night. And it didn't really feel like it was, sometimes they've just run into some really good goaltenders, and this is both varsity and JV.
Right.
Camden Krugel with the save for the Jets. He is the goaltender today for Kansas City.
Yeah, we've lost a lot of close games. We lost a couple shootouts, so yeah.
So something to work on throughout the season for Radoslav Elo and company, as this one will go the length of the ice for an icing call against Kansas City. So 9:28 left to go here in the first period. Jets have had the better of the play. They show 4-1 as the shots on goal in favor of Kansas City.
That's about right.
Yeah, I would say so. So this time an offensive faceoff for the Saints, and Toit behind the net plays it out to the near side. And it does get into the Dubuque end, but not for very long.
Ooh, that was offsides.
Saints get it into the zone. There's going to be a penalty coming up
against the Jets.
Yep, on Kansas City.
Against QT. Quentin's going to go visit his dad for a little bit.
And so, unlike yesterday where the Jets went through a real good set against Ames, both varsity and JV, without taking hardly any penalties throughout the entire night. They're going to get the first one tonight. We'll see how things go. So Tatarsky off 2 minutes. Was it a tripping call?
Interference.
Interference, okay. Off the face-off. This is Schwartz for the Saints. He sent it down low. It was intercepted, though, by Smith, and he'll send it the length of the ice. Schwartz goes back for it. Norman, who had an earlier good chance that you saw but didn't hear. And the puck out to center ice, stepping up Ekton. And so far, anyway, the Jets doing a good job of hampering the Saints team from getting any kind of a zone establishment. Boy, that looked like it was knocked down with a high stick, but it doesn't matter, as Norman will just send it the length of the ice, and the Jets will change penalty killers. Already a half a minute gone by in the man advantage for Dubuque. Puck out to center ice, but that pass was behind the intended head man, and it sent the length of the ice for Kansas City. So for those at home that were hoping for a white Christmas, it's not looking like that for Kansas City. But up here in Dubuque, we at least get to see some snow on the ground.
Oh, they get snow up here.
There is a lot of that.
I can pass on that. Trust me, Joe.
Luckily, it wasn't on the roads.
No.
Just on the grass.
On the grass, and the sidewalks.
A little icy, too, for that matter.
A little icy sidewalk.
Much colder here than it was in Ames, which is not that far.
Right.
Puck comes to the line, but not out. 35 seconds to go in the man advantage. This is Hankel.
Definitely a hockey weather town as far as temperature goes.
There is that. Zick will send it on the half boards. Now it is played back out to Zick near the line. He'll walk in, send it right side, played it right through the middle. That went off of Krugel, who kind of seemed like he had a little bit of a catch when he tried to get up from that, but he was okay. And then he'll scoop this one up on the shot from Hankel. And we'll get a whistle and a face-off with 5 seconds left to go in Quentin Tatarski's interference minor. Scoreless game so far. 1 shot on the power play for the Saints. So we'll see how the team, we've the last few weeks that we have been here and played, I don't mean here in Dubuque, but I mean just general, both at home and on the road. The Jets have had a hard time putting 2 days together. In other words, they would win on Saturday and lose on Sunday, or vice versa.
Right.
And we'll see, with 3 games in 3 days, we'll see what, how they respond to yesterday.
Yeah, yesterday was a tough loss.
You're on, but I don't know why you can't hear you.
Yeah, yesterday. There we go. Yesterday was a tough loss for the varsity, but yeah, it was a good game. They played well. We just didn't put the puck in the net. And Ames had 2 good goals, really. Especially the second one was a well-played snipe by Ames Cyclones.
Yeah, first one just went off of Arnold's stick on the way in.
Right.
Puck comes right into the middle. Power play is over. Teams are back at 5-a-side, but the Dubuque Saints still dangerous here as the puck goes back at the Jets net. Troush trying to play it in front. Jets take over. Can they get it out? No. Good play over there by Waddick. Now it's taken by Donovan for Kansas City. He's fighting for it behind the net. And Corin couldn't get a stick on it, but now Donovan will get it up to center ice, and Brenneman, he overskated. It's carried on by Tatarski. He's 1-on-3, tried to get a shot off. That hit a leg. Ended up going back in the net. Tatarski, he tried to get it in front looking for Corin. Corin, I think that hit the side of the net.
Yeah, I think so.
And they play it out to center ice. Donovan will send it across for his defensive partner, Amon. He got it into the zone, not very deep. And Dubuque will just send it the length of the ice. We'll get another icing call. So we've played 9 minutes, 7 seconds here so far of this first period. Scoreless. Seems like we say that a lot in these
JV games, yeah. Well, games period. We're just, neither team is a
both sides
outstanding scoring team this year.
Ekton's shot goes wide. Rebound in the corner. Back out right point Ekton. That one goes way off the end boards. About 3 feet wide of the goal. Jets still trying to maintain possession. Good job by Norman. And now trying to walk in front with Smith. He takes a hit. Back of the net. Riggs comes over, but Saints still have it. They'll play it up the far boards. Norman again. Now here is Smith again. Oh, made a move. Was able to tip it in front, but nobody there for Kansas City. And the Saints take over, and they'll come back the other way. They'll push. The fans call, or I should say, get upset on the push on Landon Schultz.
The fans wanted a penalty, but
the did not oblige. The guy with the orange band on did not oblige them. Shots now still 4-2, at least according to the scoreboard anyway, for the Jets. It's been a while since they've had that 4th shot, though.
Yeah.
Of course, they had to kill a penalty. Shibig line out as the Saints get it in. Donovan back in the net. He'll reverse. Comes up the near side boards, and Uvodich played it to the line. Now it's tipped out. Shibig ahead, filing, trying to work in. Filing from the left side. A shot and a save by Knockel. Rebound in the corner. Taken there by Zick. Now still fighting for it in that near corner. They walk out in front. Shibig in front looking for Uvodich, but that was broken up and back the other way. Here comes Hill. Jensen Hill with a strong move trying to work in front. Oh, it goes in on goal. Krugel made the save. And now a shot goes off the end boards. We got a whistle.
That's off.
Yeah, the net, I believe, has been off for a little bit, but they didn't blow it until now. Earlier when they had contact, I think, was when the net actually went off. 4:26 left to go here in the first period. Shots now 4-3. Would have liked to have seen Shibik take that shot instead of trying to feed you Vodich there.
I think so, too.
Off the face-off near side boards. Satursky trying to get it out. It ends up being Korn who does. Now here is Brenneman on his backhand. He'll play it toward the middle. Oh, it ends up going on goal. Steered behind the net by Knockel.
It's funny how the USHL team is the Devils. And high school team is the Saints.
Well, I think
they used to be Devils, too.
I was going to say, they were the Dubuque Devils for a long time.
Yeah, a long time.
And I think they wanted to make them in line with their youth program here or something.
Right. Yeah.
So.
And I'm glad. I like when they don't have the same name as the USHL teams, you know.
I don't know if it had anything to do with, like, you know, trying to get away from a, you know, evil connotation of being the Devils.
Yeah, I don't know.
Or maybe they just don't like New Jersey.
Maybe.
You realize that is the Kansas City franchise from the
originally,
NHL. Yeah, the New Jersey Devils were originally the Kansas City Scouts. Riggs had that one come off his stick, and the Saints will try and work in with it. Along the near side boards, comes back out to the point. That shot was going wide. It was scooped up by Krugel. He played it ahead. Jets get it to the line, and now out to center ice. Poked away, but it'll be carried on by Chucky. He'll work in. And he overskated or had it poked away. Comes back out to center. Cross for Ekton. Chucky again in his own zone. We'll play it ahead. Smith got it out to center, but couldn't get it very much further. Now it comes to Ekton again. I don't know if Ekton got stuck out there. I think it was Chucky who got stuck out there. Or maybe not. Toit normally has been with Chucky. Maybe they've decided to change the pairing up a little bit.
Yeah, maybe.
Today.
Not sure.
So Amon out there right now, along with Austin. Puck in the Saints end. And they get it out to center ice, trying to work back the other way with 2.5 minutes left to go. Long weak shot by Smothers, steered into the corner, comes back out to the point, kept in, long shot, save, and Krugel covered up, and then he was hacked a bit by the Saints player in front. Jets defense takes a little exception to that. We get a whistle and a face-off. 2:30 left to go here, first period, still scoreless at the Imon Arena in Dubuque. I believe this is probably closest to Chicago in the league, either here or Waterloo. I would imagine here is.
No, yeah, Waterloo's before here when you come.
Yeah. Wood with the puck. He'll send it ahead for Crab. Works into the zone. He's 1-on-2, but makes a move around a man. Tried to get it in front. He did, but there was nobody there for Kansas City, and Saints able to play it out. Jets will step up near the line. Crab couldn't keep it, and then we get a whistle. I would agree with the upset fans that I don't know that was actually offsides. He was offsides, but I don't think the puck ever actually got into the zone. The funny thing is that if indeed it was an offsides, where they're having the faceoff is not where it should be. It would be back from where the pass came. So this is actually the right place to do it if you blow the whistle in error.
Yeah, based on the lineup that they posted earlier, Toy is playing with
shot there
Chucky
by Brenneman. Yeah, and they are out there right now together.
Yeah.
And here is Toita's shot. That was blocked to the defense. Comes up the boards, Brenneman. He plays it in front. And Tatarski's shot, that again was blocked to the defense. And come back the other way. The Saints and Schultz will get the red line and dump it in. There was a little bit of a hit behind the play. Again, the fans yell, but no call. Comes up the far side boards. Korn over there couldn't get to it.
I don't know if it's more the fans or the Dubuque varsity team is sitting over there.
Well,
in their Christmas outfits.
They're fans.
Well, there's a hit in the head. Yeah, they are fans.
Zick with the puck. He'll just dump it in. Krugel came out, thought about stopping it. Instead, just left it for Toit. Tursky over there, or played it up the boards, but not out. Now it's Chucky's turn on the far side. He whiffed as he tried to play it up the boards. Oh, then a big hit.
There's a penalty.
Yeah, that I was just going to say that one. I was not surprised. Alexander Hankel's going to go off, and it's going to be a roughing call. It was a high hit, and it was really kind of an unnecessary hit too, in that it really wasn't something that especially added to the play. So with less than a minute to go in the period, the Jets are going to get their first opportunity on the power play. Scoreless game, 6-5 the shots for Kansas City.
The Doghouse, Plum Supply, and Westfall Electric.
I guess they have a penalty box sponsor.
Yeah, I guess so.
We should work on that.
That was a bronze sponsor.
We could work on that.
Joe, we have enough time getting the sponsors we get.
Something for me, yet something else for me to do when I'm doing PA too.
Right.
All right, power play for the Jets. Shot that went off a stick and out of play. And so should stay inside the Saint zone with half a minute to go on that shot by Arnold. Or Austin, excuse me. No, I was right the first time. It was Austin.
No, it's Arnold's not playing JV today.
I was going to say, I didn't think he was. But I kept seeing a 9. Turned out to be 19. Off the face-off, Jets will play it across Ekton in the middle. He fanned, had to dump it in, but the Jets are offside, so they'll tag up. Delayed call. 20 seconds to go in the period. Obviously, the penalty will stay till the next period if the Jets can't do anything. Amon will send it across for Ekton. He will just dump it in. Got it across Riggs to Brenneman. 5 seconds left. Brenneman had it taken away from him. Cleared down the ice, and that's going to do it. The buzzer sounds, and the first period comes to a close without anybody getting on the scoreboard. From here at the Imon Ice Arena in Dubuque, we are scoreless after one period of play. Kansas City Jets, Dubuque Saints. We'll take a break, come back with the second period right after this on Kansas City Jets Hockey.
Ruben Beeler is on the trail again. 13 people are dead from the savage poisoning of a church well at the zealous hands of a vengeful old woman. With warrants in hand for murder and flight to avoid prosecution, Ruben, Homer Poteet, and Marshal Marion Daniels take to the trail of Blanche Boggs. She's crossed the Mississippi River into the primitive wilds of southern Illinois to return to her old home place. Back among friends and family, Blanche knows she's safe. She's not. Nobody is on the Killdeer Trail.
Killdeer Trail, part of the Trail series by David R. Lewis. Available as an e-audiobook at Amazon and Audible.com.
Welcome back out to the Imon Ice Arena here in Dubuque. Joel Becker and Gary Scabona, Kansas City Jets, Hockey Jets, and Dubuque Saints scoreless after one period of play. Jets will start this second period on the power play with another minute 8 left to go. We'll see if they can do. This is one of those times we usually say that, you know, power plays at the beginning of the period can be difficult, but that's usually went right after they've resurfaced and the ice is wet. So this is actually sometimes an advantage, but they can't get the draw. Krugel out of the net will leave it there for Ekton. And with now 55 seconds left to go, he can't even get out of the zone. And Austin will have to go back for it. Again, earlier on, we talked about it, but you didn't hear it, that this Dubuque Saints team is you know, one of the top teams in the JV division. So the Jets will have their work cut out for them. And that one goes into the Jets bench. And we got a whistle. Once again, a little bit of a hit. And
except the group in front of us is mainly Jets fans.
Yeah. Maybe they were encouraging the Corin hit. As long as they don't bang their sticks on the boards.
Right. Or, that's only because Rusty's.
I was just going to say. You know, the funny thing is, you would almost think that if these other teams had any sense, they would see what they could do about bringing Rusty into referee our games.
Oh,
Couple of opportunities, yeah. As Knockel had made the original save, but gave up a juicy rebound. Still a power play for another 10 seconds. Norman, who had a good first period, now comes back to Amon from the point. Now to Norman again near the dot. He'll walk in a shot. I'm not sure that ever got through. Then another shot, and it got behind the goaltender, Knockel, but he was able to reach back and keep it from getting over the line as the penalty comes to an end. Jets 8-6 the shots on goal now, as they got about, I think, 3 during that power play overall.
Yeah, I think so.
So we'll get an offensive face-off with teams at 5 aside. Shibig line comes out for Kansas City. Off the face-off, Crab in the middle, shot by Chucky. That one off a stick. Now Wood back to Chucky. He kind of got handcuffed by the pass, and they come back the other way. 2-on-1. Here come the Saints. In on goal on the left wing. A shot from a sharp angle and a save by Krugel. Played up the boards. It was kept in at the point. Shibig able to backhand it out to center, and now here's Wood trying to work in. Wood, screen shot, but that was blocked to the defense. And a couple of players go into the boards. Toit kept it at the point. Wood across. Got it to Shibig. Now it went back to Chucky, and he, again, missed it. And it comes all the way back into the Jets' end. So they'll have to try and set up again. Wood couldn't get it deep. That was knocked ahead. It could be icing, but it's not going to go far enough as Toit has to go back for it. Saints pick it up. Sharp angle shot, glove save. That was not really a shot on goal. It was going to go through, but
they gave it to him.
Still made this glove save and hangs on, does Camden Krugel. And I assume we'll see Grady tomorrow.
Grady's not here.
Oh, he didn't make the trip?
No, he went skiing.
Oh, then we won't see him tomorrow.
Nope.
Did you tell him there was snow up here? He didn't need to go somewhere else to go skiing? I was going to say 3 goalies, 3 games, you would have thought. But I guess
he got my understanding, he got a surprise ski trip.
Here comes a breakaway opportunity for Brenneman, and Angola shot and a save by Knockel as he tried to just beat him glove side.
And he's had about 5 breakaways this year, and I hate to say he's buried 1 out of 5. He's given opportunities. He just hasn't buried them.
Do they work at all on like penalty shot situations, you know, for shootouts?
I have no idea.
That one eludes Austin, and again they'll come back the other way, trying to work into the zone poles, but that was knocked away from him. Puck behind the net. Ekton couldn't get a stick on it. Now it's played back of the goal again. Ekton comes over on a second time, and we get a whistle, and there's going to be a penalty. It is
interference on
yeah,
Cone, maybe?
I don't know. We're looking to see who's coming.
Yeah, he's coming over.
So somebody didn't like the call.
That's his sister. She didn't like that call.
So
I didn't really hear what she said, but
no, not sure anybody did. Interference was the call. Corin will go off for 2 minutes. Saints are 0 for 1 on the power play so far, as are the Jets.
I don't think Rad liked it either.
Yeah. Smith on the face-off, comes back.
Saints are 0 for 1, right? Yeah.
Yes, both teams are. There's a shot right on and a save by Krugel. Top of the circle, trying to walk in, makes a couple of moves in front. That was blocked on a good play by the Jets defense, and they send it the length of the ice. So quickly 20 seconds gone by in the man advantage. We've played a little over 3 minutes here in the second period, still scoreless. 90 seconds to go in the power play. Amon back for it. He will ring it around, and nobody covering that right point for the Saints, so it comes all the way back in the Dubuque end. Back for it is Schwartz. Elliott Schwartz for the Saints makes a move with Wood over there trying to kill the penalty. He just left it, and it's carried on into the zone. Pulls with it at the point. Now he'll leave it at the point. They send it, play catch a couple of times. This is Schwartz again. He walked the line, came across on the left side. A shot. Ooh, that hit the side of the net. Krugel didn't seem to know where it was for a moment, but it ends up getting cleared to the boards. Norman over there, along with Amon. It comes loose into the near corner. They work behind the net, trying to find a way to center it, but the Jets take over and send it the length of the ice. 35 seconds to go in the power play. Jets will change up at least one of their penalty killers as Schwartz walks through the middle of the ice and in on left wing, but that play was offsides. As over on the near side, Brock Smothers was in way ahead of the play. So neutral ice face-off with 25 seconds left to go in Corrin's interference minor. Shots 9-8 for Kansas City at the moment. What did you say that the Saints record was in JV?
Like 13-5, I think.
There's a lot of games they've played.
They've already played 18 games.
Yeah, I was going to say. So yesterday it was a Central Division matchup. This time it's Central meets East.
Right.
And the Jets' one and only contest against Dubuque this season. We'll see Ames 3 more times after yesterday. 10 seconds to go in the power play. Saints work in on left wing. Forced back of the net. Now it's up the half boards on the near side.
Saints are 13-5. Yep.
Corrin out of the box. Saints still have the puck though in the Jets' end.
They have 13-5 with 1 shootout win.
Okay. Smith over there. He left it in the corner. Couldn't get it out though. That was probably not the smartest play. Schultz over there for the Saints. Now it's taken by Austin. He plays it ahead. Now Smith gave it, or I should say Riggs to Smith, and he'll work ahead on left wing. 3-on-2 in, sends it across. And that eluded Corrin. Ekton, oh, he had it taken away. There's a partial break trying to work in on goal. He fakes, shoots, and a big save by Camden Krugel, who went with him across the crease and just basically made a body save on that one.
Absolutely. Good play.
Jets take over. Austin will just dump it in. Saints play it back out to center ice. Ekton, he hit one of the Saints players.
Oh,
with that.
I think it was 19.
Could have been, yeah. 29.
29, yeah.
So Shibig will play it into the zone. Back for it is Kleesner. I believe that's how you say his name. Kluesner. I'm pretty sure it was Kleesner.
Okay.
If I remember. Now trying to work in Waddick.
I believe you.
I think he has a brother or somebody who played.
Yeah.
Because I vaguely remember the name, as this will be an icing call against the Jets. 8.5 minutes left to go. Who left a stick in the box?
No idea.
I don't know how that happened.
Well, it was either QT or
Maybe they just
Ekton.
maybe they got a new one or something.
Maybe.
Shots are 9 even. Scoreless game. We're almost to the halfway part, about a minute away from it. Puck comes back out to the point. Saints play it down low. Toit back of the net. We try to play it up the left wing. Does. And the Jets will work into the zone. Nice move in front. Oh, Brenneman, he lost an edge or might have been taken down. And the puck comes around on the far side, and then Brenneman makes a bad pass. And the Saints take over and play it out to center. Oh, trying to work in with it. And a shot goes wide off this middle of the ice attempt. Toit with it. Jets get it into the zone. Again, Brenneman goes down. Ends up on top of the puck. He'll get up. Goes down again. Corrin over there trying to help out. And he's fighting for it with Schwartz along the near boards. Takes a bit of a cross check. This
Yeah,
Brenneman.
Schwartz could have called a penalty. Could have been called for a penalty there.
And the puck
On a
ends up going
cross-check.
up into the netting above the glass, and we'll get a face-off.
I noticed this rink doesn't have a lot of netting above.
No, just around the end,
Yep.
which is good for us. Much cleaner picture.
Right.
unlike yesterday with the famous Ames white netting.
Yeah.
Not as bad as the Omaha black netting, but still not good to see through. Puck down behind the net, Riggs. He tried to center it, ended up hitting Smith, and it's going to end up on the back of the net, and we'll get a whistle. They'll keep the faceoff inside the zone, it looks like. We are just past the halfway mark now of this game. Still scoreless in Dubuque. Smith line will stay out there with Riggs and Norman, Amon, and Austin back. And the Saints will work in, trying to work into the zone. And opportunity there for Dubuque, but never able to center the puck was Sheehy, who I don't believe usually plays on JV, but he's having a good game so far today. Norman got it back to Riggs, now back to the point. Amon, he couldn't really find a lane, sends it down low for Riggs. He just plays it back in the net. It's taken there. Smith over along with Norman trying to work it free. Muhlenkamp, now it comes right to the side of the net, but the Saints take over and they'll come back the other way.
Yeah, he is a junior.
That one goes
Might
off.
be helping out. JV's playing both.
Yeah, that's what I'm guessing.
Well, I can actually tell you right now.
As we get a whistle.
You're right. If he has played any games,
I don't believe he's played any.
he's
so
not
far.
scored any points.
Yeah. No points, no penalties, no nothing. The one thing that our website does not have, which would be nice, is a games played stat.
Yeah, this one doesn't have it. I don't know. We used to have
So
that.
yeah, when it was on Point Streak, they did, and so you could tell if a player didn't have any points or penalties or whatever, if he at least had gotten some games.
Right.
But now you can't, at least not by looking at the stat sheet anyway. You might be able to go and the funny thing is even on the individual game summaries, it doesn't say everybody who played. It only says the players who actually, did something, goals, assists, penalties.
Yeah, it's funny because, I mean, the league and the JVs, you got to play about 20 games.
Right.
So they're going to have to go through and count every one of them if
they're going to have to take everybody's word for it more than likely.
Right, yeah.
Wood trying to work in. Puck pinballs around a couple of times. Oh, big hit pulls. He ended up losing an edge and then ran into Shibig. And the Jets will dump it in. Goes back to the net. We get a whistle. Net must be off. No, now are they going to call a late penalty? I don't know what they're calling. There may be too many men.
On Jets?
No, well, they're talking to Dubuque. I think it's going to be a too many players penalty on Dubuque. The other possibility is, the other thing that's possible is maybe they got somebody for playing with a broken stick. Because there is a broken stick on the ice that they took over there.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking it's one of those two things. Either some sort of a bench minor. Either they had too many players on the ice. Pulls went over to serve the penalty, I assume. Unless it was on him. But
yeah, Alexander Sheehy has 10 varsity points, 2 goals and 8 assists.
Right, and he's looked good in JV. He's a big player. They're definitely not too happy with Austin Willenberg and company over there for the Saints coaching staff. We're waiting here on the announcement what exactly it is. But the Jets are going to get their second power play. They're 0 for 1 so far. Saints are 0 for 2. So off the face-off, Jets take control. Riggs with it, plays it back out to Austin left point, but he missed the pass and it goes all the way back into the Jets end. Ekton will chase back for it. Over there, Chase pulls. They must be brothers, Michael and Chase. And the Jets work in again on right wing, trying to work toward the net. Norman, he had it poked away. Norman gets it again along the far boards. He'll leave it right point. Long shot, save, rebound, hit the post. That went right off the far side post. On that rebound, it had beaten Keegan Knuckle, but
Cal Smith was right there for the goal.
Down to 1:15 to go in the man advantage for the Jets. Ekton with the puck. He flies through the middle of the ice. A shot goes wide. Rebound picked up by Muhlenkamp. can't get it out. Jets hold it in. Long shot again, steered into the corner by Knockel. Comes down the ice past Austin and down into the Jets' end.
Yeah, well, I didn't like that shot by Teddy because the forwards were changing.
Yeah.
So he had no help.
Might have been better to just pull up and
yeah,
make, make a play.
Exactly.
This will be an icing call as Brenneman couldn't get a stick on that headman pass, or stretch pass if you prefer. And so there'll be a offensive faceoff for Dubuque while they're shorthanded here. 4:20 left to go in the second period. 44 seconds left in whatever the penalty was. They never did announce it, so I don't know still. We can eventually find out on the website, I would imagine.
Maybe.
You never know if it'll be right. Off the faceoff, Brenneman up the left wing with speed, trying to work in front. A shot. I think that was going wide anyway, but it was knocked aside by Knockel. And again, the Saints will send it the length of the ice. Krugel out of the net, leaves it behind the net for Amon. Jets look to break out. Stretch pass ahead. Corin will work into the zone, and Brenneman went in ahead of the play, and he gets called for offsides. It was close, but I thought that was a good call. 20 seconds left to go in the penalty. Neutral ice faceoff. Jets out there. Corin between Brenneman and Tatarsky, it looks like. And it goes off of Brenneman and past Amon and down the ice. Actually, it's filing over there, excuse me. No, I was right the first time. Tatarsky. He's got the puck. Here's Brenneman now. Penalty over. Brenneman plays it behind the net as he took a hit there from Henry. The puck goes up the far side and out of the box. Pulls has it. He'll work into the zone. Pulls fell down. A shot right on. Save Krugel, and then they score.
How's that going?
It banked in off of him because it was shot from behind the net. And the Saints end up striking first. They lead it 1-0.
The penalty just said was a minor delay of the game.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe they ruled somebody shot it out or whatever. So here's a look at it. It was after the penalty was over, and they just sort of clear the zone. And then there's Pulls with it. He works into the zone. Eventually he's going to take, and then there's that shot. And again, the original shot, Krugel makes the save here, right there. And look, the rebound goes behind the net. And all he does is just fire it at the net, and it goes off of Krugel, right off his pad and right into the back of the net. So 1-0 Dubuque. Well, the Jets have given up some really weird goals all season long, don't you think?
Yeah.
So despite outshooting the Saints 12-11, they trail now 1-0. So Henkel, I believe, got the goal from Pulls.
I didn't think about it. We just got a text from Mike.
Yeah, that's what those are.
It's a senior post, but he's saying he can't see the eye, which is true.
There's nothing we can do about that. I mean, I could probably make the camera a little higher, but I don't think that'd make a whole lot of difference.
Probably not.
But we could. I mean, you get just a slight angle above it.
No, we missed that.
Yeah.
We're kind of talking.
Well, we can take a look and see what happened. So let's take a look. See if we can see it.
Oh, just collided.
Yeah, just a collision there. I don't even know if they saw it.
No.
I mean, that is to say,
I think is that Elsie? I think that's.
Is it?
Shukanov?
Yeah. Sukachov.
Shukov, yeah, I think it's her. They basically just collided.
Yeah. Get a better look at it here. Like I said, is that Shibig? No, it's Wood.
Yeah.
And yeah, if you're looking at his head, he doesn't. Well, no, he may have seen her. Boy.
Yeah, he might have.
It's hard to say. I mean, he didn't really change his direction or anything like that. I was just trying to look at his
kind of
head.
looks right here. He looks like he's looking right at her.
Well, and he does kind of lean into it.
Yeah.
But that may just be that he saw her coming.
And try to get out of the way. I don't know.
And, was trying to, but boy, that's not good.
5-minute major on number 10.
Yeah, they are giving him a major. You know what? I can't argue with that. I think that's the right call.
And a game misconduct. Head contact.
They called it head contact, and you could. It looks like he did contact her head. And again, when you look
I can't say it looked like he avoided her.
Well, he certainly didn't try and avoid her, but I'm saying that even when you look at his head to try and see if he was,
it looks like he's looking at her right there.
Yeah, and he clearly makes a move toward her, so
right.
it's not just him colliding with her.
Right.
So I can't argue with that call at all. So the Jets will be killing off a penalty, and
Brad's is arguing. I hate to tell him.
yeah, he may not have seen it. And, of course, the Jets will be without Jaden Wood for the rest of today and tomorrow. And they will be killing off a major power play for the next 5 minutes. 2:38 left in the second, and then the first 2.5 minutes or so of the third. And that will go the whole way. Hopefully, Elsie is okay.
Yeah. And Cash got the 5-minute pleasure.
Yeah, Cash gets to serve the penalty. Hammer really loved it back in there was like a brief period of a season and a half or so where USA Hockey allowed you to not put somebody in the box
right
immediately for a 5-minute major. He always liked that. Shorthanded, here come the Jets trying to work in. The shot goes wide. Smith.
Yeah, this is a huge 5 minutes for the Jets.
Oh, yeah. Riggs had that opportunity.
2:15 in this period, and then
that would have been good.
The remainder.
That would have been amazing if the Jets could have actually buried that, if Riggs could have even put it on net. Muhlenkamp trying to work in. He works around everybody, tried to play it in the middle. That was broken up. Now comes off the sideboards, and the Jets will play at the length of the ice. Amon. Riggs will go after for it. Goes back of the net. Schwartz over there will pick it up and gave it to Pulls. I guess I should say Michael Pulls, since there are two of them. The other one is Chase. There's a shot wide of the net. The rebound goes all the way back out into center ice. Minute and a half left to go in the period. The major will carry over into the next period. You can say that for certainty. That one goes right through the middle. Saints were close to having too many players on the ice there.
Yeah, they were.
In fact, the funny thing is, if the guy had gotten to the puck quicker, they would have been guilty of it. Just took him a while to get there. Comes back out to the left point. Shot was blocked on a good play by Corin.
Ooh.
Then Norman almost took that away, but instead here's Schultz trying to work in. Landon, he left it. A shot, stick save by Krugel. The rebound played off the boards, but not out. 50 seconds to go in the period. Henkel sent it down low, but it went right to a Jets player. He got it out, and Corin, shorthanded. He had it poked away, comes back to the Jets end, and they'll send it the length of the ice. 40 seconds left to go. Back for it is Zick. Plays it up ahead. Steffes. Now in on left wing. That play was just barely onside. A good job by the Jets to break that up and send it the length of the ice. Shorthanded. Trying to go after for it. Crab out of the net. Knuckle will send it around. It does come out to center ice. 15 seconds to go in the period. Trying to work in. They'll play it toward the middle. Shibig over there on his backhand. Got it to the line. Not out. 5 seconds left to go. Second try, and the Jets will send it the length of the ice, and that'll do it. The buzzer sounds, and the Jets will go to the locker room trailing in this one, but it is only 1-0. Could be worse when you're killing off major penalties or stuff like that. There'll be 2:22 left to go in the 5-minute major to Wood when the third period begins. For us, we will take a break and come back with a second period intermission, show you the one goal. and talk about things when we come back. 1-0 Dubuque over Kansas City here on Kansas City Jets Hockey.
Woohoo! Jeremy Franklin here from Jeremy Franklin Automotive. This week, everyone's talking about my sale. Why? Down payments are just $2. Woo-hoo! Trade-ins, I'll pay up to $4,950 over appraised value, even if you owe too much. Woo-hoo! Why am I doing this? Because it's summer, I'm excited about life, and you should be too. Woo-hoo! Now let's all say it together. Woo-hoo! It's my most outrageous sale ever, but only for a limited time. Call today, come in today, whatever you do, don't delay, because today's the day. Woo-hoo! Is your credit PU? You'll scream woohoo when we approve you. My one and only for the people credit approval process is the real deal. Woo-hoo! So get a nicer, newer car for just $2 down. And bring in your old clunker and get up to $4,950 more than what it's worth. Woo-hoo! This month only for the first 71 customers. I'm Jeremy Franklin. Come see us at Jeremy Franklin Automotive, South Kansas City. Call 816-523-6900 or jeremyfranklin.com. jeremyfranklin.com will you always be another satisfied customer.
Call 816-595-9000 for terms and conditions.
How you doing? Richie the Iceman Zamboni here for Kansas City Ice Arena. You know, my mother always told me, Iceman, there are 3 things every kid should know. How to ride a bike, how to make mac and cheese and not interrupt my soap opera, and how to ice skate. Well, the Iceman can't help you with your culinary difficulties with your children, but Kansas City Ice Center can sure get you going with those ice skating lessons. Send your kids to Kansas City Ice Center and they'll be skating like they grew up in Alaska in no time. Kansas City Ice Center on Johnson Drive between 435 and K7 is setting up group lessons now for kids of all ages. And when kids are skating, they ain't getting into no trouble. They're having a good time and they're making new friends. Kansas City Ice Center on Johnson Drive between 435 and K7 and online at kcicecenter.com. Put your kids on ice at Kansas City Ice Center. It's cool.
I've been in a lot of locker rooms over the years, and you want to know who has the biggest nuts in town? Packer Fastener. I'm talking nuts, bolts, screws, everything commercial contractors and fabricators need, Packer Fastener has it. With the fastest growing threaded fastener inventory in the Kansas City area and more. Tools, safety supplies, abrasives, you name it. Plus, they ship anywhere in the U.S. with hella speed and accuracy. So don't get caught with your pants down. Get the job supplies you need when you need them. Shop PackerFastener.com. This Jets webcast is brought to you in part by Bicklemeyer Meats, Donovan Service, Edward Jones Investments, Gladstone Automotive Group, Goodwin Homeworks, KC Ice, Kansas Financial Resources, Myers Brothers, and Minding the Gap. Each week in public schools, Minding the Gap volunteers mentor children, host a Bible club, and encourage teachers so that children become better readers today and discover hope for tomorrow. Thanks to all the sponsors and supporters of Kansas City Jets Hockey.
Welcome back out to the I'm on Ice Arena here in Dubuque. Joel Becker and Gary Scabona, Kansas City Jets Hockey. Jets trailing the Saints from Dubuque. 1-0 is our score here in the second period intermission. Like I said, only the one goal. It was a somewhat eventful first period, but here is the goal. It didn't come until rather late. About 3.5 minutes left to go. And you can see this was right after the Saints had killed a power play. Pulls into the zone, but it came loose. And it was just basically banked in. Henkel had the opportunity. He was following the play up there, got the pass, took the shot, and then put the rebound in. So take one more look at it. So first of all, Poles originally had it right here, and let's see, we'll zoom in a little bit and see if we can't see how all of this stuff goes down. So there's Donovan back with them, and he also took a hit there from Tatarsky. Tell you what, that could easily have been actually called a slash in the first place, because he got him right on the hand and he went right down. But as you can see, Henkel carries on with the play, and so Henkel still has it here, and he manages to split the defense. So as Pulls goes down, the puck, as you can see, just moves right up. And there's Donovan and there's Amon, and Henkel was able to just split right through him. Did a good job of playing it off his skate there to his stick. Takes the shot, and the original save, a stick save, as you can see, by Krugel was a good one. Unfortunately, he wasn't able, you know, the funny thing is the rebound was not in a bad position as it obviously goes behind the net. He put it in the corner. But Henkel just fired it toward him, and he didn't do a very good job of covering that post there. So if he could have, you know, put his pad where it was either in front of the net or on the post, then this wouldn't have been dangerous. But as it turned out, it goes right off his pad, as you can see, and banks right into the back of the net. So nice little learning experience there, I think, from Camden Krugel. And that was the only goal. 1-0 is the score. The Jets are in the midst of killing a 5-minute major power play. It happened on this play as Elsie, I think it's Sukachov. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. But right there, you can see she takes a big hit in the head from Jaden Wood. And he will end up getting the 5-minute major in game. So again, we'll take a closer look at this. And, you know, I want to move back just a little bit to sort of show you, because Wood was actually already on the ice. Because when I saw him originally, I thought he had possibly come off the bench because of where he was, but he hadn't. So as you can see, he was on the ice. He actually goes, gets the puck, makes a good play to keep the puck in the zone, and he sends it back. But so he is the one in possession of the puck there. That is to say, in hockey parlance, if you don't understand the way this works, when the last person that actually directs the direction and control of the puck has what they call possession, or possession and control. So Elsie never did. She just skates right by it. So she doesn't have the puck. So this is really interference anyway. But you can see Wood, and you know, if he was just skating that direction and they had collided, that would have been one thing. But you can see him skating down the line, and you can see him right there lean into her. He actually lifts up and, you know, shoulder to the head. And she was down for a little while, and they stopped play, obviously, as she was still down. And Wood ends up getting a 5-minute major for head contact in a game misconduct, which I think is the right call. But that all happened with 2:38, as you can see, left to go in the second period, which means that the Jets are still going to be killing a power play for another 2 minutes and 22 seconds. We've got some time here in the intermission. I still have more senior interviews to play, but I'll do that during the varsity game over the course of this weekend. So right now, we'll get to another story from the late Right Reverend. I'm trying to see if there's any that you haven't heard yet. I think you have heard Almost Arkansas. Maybe it's been a while since you did, though. Probably haven't heard Old Joe. It's a horse bit. So let's give you that, or a menu for Harvey. We'll have a few of them still that you probably haven't heard yet. So this one's Old Joe. And it's the third period coming up after this. Jets trailing 1-0. We'll see if they can't find the back of the net at some point in this game. 15 minutes of hockey left to go. Who knows, maybe more. Jets trail at 1-0. Here's Kansas City Jets hockey.
Hi, I'm David R. Lewis. In this Heartland of Memory, we'll go back in time over 4 decades to when Laura and I were involved in a racehorse project through the University of Illinois. We'll meet Old Joe and listen to some hoofbeats in the fog. It was damp, it was foggy, it was chilly, it was perfect. My wife and I crunched our way across the parking lot of the Jock's Kitchen, heading for the racetrack. It was barely dawn, and we'd just had breakfast with Levette Drummond, a 40-year-old Louisianan who looked 60 and who trained racehorses. We were at a track just outside St. Louis. Sitting in the dining area of the Jock's Kitchen was a trip back to the 1940s. The room was festooned with chrome-plated, steel-topped tables, metal chairs with cracked plastic seats, and a black cat clock, rolling his eyes and swinging his tail by the second. When we finished eating, Drummond shifted his plum-sized chaw of Red Man to his other cheek and said he'd meet us by the rail in the fourth turn. A racetrack early morning is the busiest time of the day. Horses are everywhere, and they have the right-of-way. Walking to the track, we dodged dozens being led by grooms and hot walkers, clinking with tack, blowing and breathing, grunting and clomping, the air alive with their sound, the earth awash in their mass. On the track by the rail, casually holding the reins of a large bay gelding, stood Joe. Joe was an outrider, one of those people who lead the horses to the post, who assist the hands in placing the horses in the gate for the start of a race. More than just an outrider, though, Joe was the head outrider, the one who leads the procession to the gate. The horses, once they were on the track, were his responsibility. Joe began his life among horses when just a kid, when he kept his size and didn't grow. Eventually, he made it to jockey, twice riding the Great Whirlaway, among others. Now old and bent, he resembled a wizened, bow-legged leprechaun, wearing jodhpurs sized for a 10-year-old. "Morning, folks," he said, pointing to his horse. "This here's Mitglick." The bay towered above him, the stirrup about chin high. The horse stood, ears back, head down, barely awake, totally disinterested in everything, including Joe. "This old man and me been together for near 15 years, he went on, and Mitglick gave a deep sigh. "He don't get excited about much." We talked for a while, and the sun finished rising behind us, driving some of the fog from the track. Joe tossed the reins over his head across Mitglick's withers, and the horse dropped his muzzle even farther until his chin nearly touched the ground. The old man leaned over the extended neck, and Mitglick slowly raised his head. Joe slid down his neck, tossing a leg over the withers, and settled back onto the thick sheepskin pad that covered his tiny English saddle. He slipped his feet into the irons and grinned. "Neither one of us likes to work too hard," he said. He backed up a bit so we could see the track as the sound of a running horse reached our ears. The workouts had started. Joe and Mitglick, contrary to their appearance, were on duty. We watched as a gray horse appeared on the backstretch through the fog, running for all he was worth. As an exercise rider, hunched low over his neck and standing in the irons, brought him into the third turn. It's a beautiful thing to see, a horse leaning into the push of centrifugal force, rounding a turn at speed. As the animal was midway through the fourth turn, almost head on to us, the rider came off. "Loose horse!" The potential for tragedy is immense. I turned to Joe, but he and Mitglick were gone. The loose horse, hard on the inside rail, trailing broken reins, passed our position with Joe in hot pursuit. From a standing start, sleepy and bored Mitglick caught the fleeing thoroughbred halfway down the stretch, and Joe, hanging impossibly off the saddle, grabbed the trailing reins in his left hand and had the runaway under control well short of the first turn. It was impossible for he and Mitglick to do what they had done, and they had done it anyway. A few moments later, Joe was back, perched like a wizened bird, one leg crossed over the withers atop the thick sheepskin pad. Mitglick standing rock still, head down, ears back, eyes nearly closed beside the rail. Joe slipped off his helmet and ran a hand through his thinning white hair. "Old Mitglick ain't as young as he used to be," he said, "but he ain't lost a step." "Well, you either," I replied. Well, I don't know, Joe grinned. 40 years ago, I wouldn't have needed the horse. Sometimes the impossible becomes possible. At least, that's how it seems to me. I'm David R. Lewis. Thanks for visiting Theater of the Mind. Oh, watch where you step on the walk back to the Jock's Kitchen.
Welcome back out live here at the I'm on Ice Arena in Dubuque. Joel Becker and Gary Scabona, Kansas City Jets hockey. Jets trailing the Saints from Dubuque 1-0 as we get set to go for the third period of play. As we mentioned before, the Jets still killing a penalty. The 5-minute major to Wood has 2 minutes and 22 seconds left to go on it as we get things started here. Teams are coming back on the ice. Looks like it's Smith and Norman, along with Ekton and Amon, the penalty killers for the Jets. If they can get through this, then it's anybody's game. 1-0 with 1 period left to go.
Industrial automation power play.
And Amon was unable to clear that, but it does come to Ekton, and he will find a lane and play it down the ice. I was trying to take a look to see whether Sukachov is still on the bench, and I can't tell. She's not on the ice. And she may or may not be, but I'm guessing she's not.
I'm guessing she's not. Yeah.
I don't know. Say it's unlikely she'll probably come back tonight, but we'll see.
She got rocked to the board just before that, and she shook that right off. You know,
So in the meantime, 1:25 left to go in the man advantage.
Raz was open just for a 2-10 game. I said no.
Nah.
When somebody gets injured, it's a 10 to hurt. It's a 5 game.
To be quite honest, I think that I have no problem at all with the major in the game on the call, and I think he was probably lucky that that's all he got.
A major? No, you said a
major in a game.
Yeah, right. Not a match, but major.
He didn't, but. Right. But
that was a good. It was a game. It was a major in a game. Yeah, no,
that was
a good
proper call.
Yeah.
I think.
I do too.
So.
Well, when somebody gets hurt 9 times out of 10, that's the call.
Yes, it used to be actually required. Nice save by Krugel. They have changed the verbiage now in the USA Hockey Rulebook, which probably was overdue because they never did do a good job of defining what an injury was in the first place. And this is offsides as Amon could not wait for Crabb to get off the or out of the zone, and so there'll be a whistle and a face-off with 25 seconds left to go in Woods minor. Jets will change up the penalty killers. Brenneman out there along with Corin, Ekton and Austin.
Yeah, they got. She was a defenseman. There's only 5D on the 5D and the 3D on the bench, 2 on the ice. So yeah, she did not come back.
Right, certainly not so far.
Right.
She could just still be in concussion protocol because it hadn't been that long.
Right. Yeah.
Puck, Corin, shorthanded. Uvodich comes out of the box. He was serving the penalty, and the Jets are back to 5 aside. So they did at least kill off the 5-minute major.
Right.
This is going to be an icing call. Saints have now outshot the Jets 13-12 game-wise and lead at 1-0.
Yeah, the only goal after Kruger made a nice save, the guy shot it right from the back of the board and hit his pad and went in. Just unlucky.
Yeah. Well, it was a couple of things. It was unlucky, but it was also I think the Jets would have liked to see their defensemen do a better job.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that was talked about.
Yeah, with Heinkel there.
Yeah.
because he basically split the two of them.
Right.
And got a shot and then also got the rebound without anybody touching him or the puck. And, to be honest, as another icing call against the Jets, to be honest, Krugel did a good job with the rebound as well, because you remember that he took the shot, he made the save, and he put the rebound in the corner, which is what you want to do. The only thing he didn't do is when he turned to face him, he didn't make sure that he was covering that short side post.
Right.
So if he had gotten his leg up a little bit further,
when it went in,
then it might have still deflected off his leg, but it would have deflected off the side of the net instead of into the net. But that's a lot to ask. Oh, there's a goal. As they did a good job of putting that one in front. And a one-timer gets past Krugel.
Someone's taking a penalty, it looks like.
Yeah, it looks like after the
sportsmanship penalty.
Yeah, it was probably after the goal, I would imagine.
I didn't see it. I was looking down at my phone, so I didn't see the goal at all.
Well, that's what the wonder of replay is for. It came right off the face-off. So you'll see they end up going behind the net with it. Off the face-off, they play it behind the net, and they just play it right in front side of the net. And again, it's another situation where the Jets just didn't take their man.
Number 11. Did you see what happened?
Yeah, there was a hit.
Yeah, number 11 creams for no reason.
Yeah. So
I mean, our guy was just standing there.
Liam Henry. Yeah, you saw it right at the end of the replay there. And so 2-0 the score, but the Jets will get a power play here. Feel a lot better if they were apt to get goals on power plays, but they really don't that often. We'll see what happens here, though. So 2-0 our score with a little under 12 minutes left to go in regulation time. Jets play it into the open near corner. Saints. Sorry.
This is almost a you have to score opportunity. I mean,
well, it certainly would help. Amon goes all the way back behind his net. Long stretch pass. Got it to Smith. He'll work into the zone. Got it to Riggs. I don't think he meant to, but it worked out that way. Norman ahead. Smith off his stick. They play it off the sideboards and down the ice. So Ecton will go back for it, and the Jets will try and set up again. Another stretch pass off the stick of Riggs, but it goes right to a Saints player, and he will just lift it down the ice. Krugel out of the net, leaves it there. Already 55 seconds gone in the man advantage. Amon in the middle for Smith. He works right up the middle. A shot right on, and a save by Knockel. Not really what you want to see when you're on the man advantage where you have a 1-on-3, but he got a pretty good opportunity.
He did get a good opportunity out of it.
That goes off of a Saints player and into the Saints bench, so there should be an offensive faceoff here for the Jets. 47 seconds left to go in Liam Henry's, I'm assuming it was a roughing call.
Yeah, it was.
Shots 15-13 for Dubuque. Varsity game following this one, and then they play again tomorrow 9 and 11. JV varsity on the 3-game and 3-day weekends for both teams. Chucky plays it into the corner. Nobody there for the Jets at the point. Corn kept it in.
Yeah, Dubuque played last night at home against Quad City, so they're playing 3 games too.
Brenneman back of the net. He'll come out to the near side. Try to walk in front. Shot right on. Save. It was loose in the slot area, but the Jets couldn't play it on goal. Now goes back of the net. Played around by Schultz. Knocked down by Austin. He played it right off of a Dubuque player who breaks it up, and now shorthanded coming back the other way is Henkel. He had the first goal. Goes into the corner.
I've never seen a defenseman throw a puck into the opponents more than Austin does.
Schwartz now back of the net. Schultz, and we got a penalty. I believe it's going to be Elliott Schwartz. Happened a little away from the play, and the Jets are going to go right back on the power play. The previous penalty had just expired. And it is a roughing call indeed against Elliott Schwartz. So he will set off for 2 minutes and feel shame.
He won't feel ashamed if we don't score.
We'll see whether or not
we need to make him feel shamed. Oh, goodness gracious.
Off the faceoff comes right back out to center ice as it split the defense. Jets had won the draw. Comes back to Schultz. He'll ring it around near side. Kept by Ekton on the right point. Sent it down low. Now Tatursky, or Koren got it to Ekton. A shot. Oh, that went off at Tatursky and wide of the goal. Amon over there on the far boards to Brenneman. From the dot, a shot right on. Big save, and a rebound was there, but the Jets couldn't get a stick on it. And the Saints will clear it down the ice. Out of the net, Krugel left it. Ekton skated right past it, but he'll stop and pick it up. Amon with it in his own zone. Sends it to a completely open right wing. Ekton got it for a moment, overskated, but now it's picked up again by Amon as the Jets having a hard time establishing any good zone time here on this power play, which has 1 minute and 3 left to go. They'll just dump it in and chase after for it. Jets will change players as Amon played it down low. In the middle, Riggs from the pass. Now back of the net. Played it in the corner. Smith and Norman after for it. Smith eventually comes away with it. They'll play it back to the point. Amon across for Ekton. Right point. Ekton a shot. Oh, it's in front. A shot.
Oh, come on, Cal.
I think that one went off of something and ended up going out of play.
A little high, maybe, yeah. Cal's had 2 good scoring opportunities today. Unfortunately, neither of them have hit the back of the net.
So 37 seconds left to go in the man advantage. 8.5 in regulation time. Jets trail by 2-0. Off the face-off, puck behind the net. Comes up the near side boards. Saints take it over, and Heinkel plays it into the zone. Then a long shot by Trausch, handled by Krugel, and he will hang on. Offensive face-off shorthanded for the Saints coming up, though. Jets will change up players again. With 24 seconds left to go in the man advantage. They get 2 straight power plays. Still haven't managed to get one past Keegan Knockel. Off the faceoff, sort of a miscommunication between Filey and Ekton, who's been out there a long time. Comes right loose in the slot. Jets break it up, and they'll come out to center. Long dump in, and that'll be scooped up by Knockel. He'll just hang on with 9 seconds left to go in the power play. Schwartz waiting to come out of the box in 9 seconds. Brenneman, Koren, and Tatursky out there. Donovan and Amon. Koren wins the draw. Can't get it back to the point, though. Jets do take over. Brenneman dumped it back in. Penalty is over. Jets 0 for 4 on the power play, I believe, now at this point. Straight away, Tatursky, a shot right on. And a save as he put that right into the breadbasket of Knockel, who will hang on for a face-off. Jets are now out shooting the Saints 18-16 with those 2 power plays, but I really, though, wouldn't say that the Jets have had maybe 2 what I would consider to be grade A chances where you would say they probably should have scored there.
Oh, I agree.
Off the face-off, Dubuque Saints take it out to center ice. Puck goes into the Jets' end. Chucky over there. They center it Hill, but it ended up going back of the net. Now Waddick plays it into the corner. Saints, who haven't had 5 people on the ice for a while, trying to get some zone time themselves. Schultz kept it in. Got it ahead. Muhlenkamp. He lost it. Brenneman got it out to center ice. Now Jensen Hill after for it. Chucky got there first, but he whiffed as he tried to play it backhand up the boards. Now he gets it again. Kicks it ahead. And now here's Brenneman. 2-on-2 into the zone with Tatursky. Brenneman. And he played it across. Tatursky didn't really go to the net. Instead, he played it back out to Corin at the point, and under is sticking out to center. Acton does get it into the Saints end as the Jets look to change some players back at the play. Comes up the near side boards. Acton able to keep it out, or keep it in, I should say. Now Norman across. Boy, it bounced off the end boards, and nobody seemed to want to get that puck. And Acton will dump it into behind the net. Comes out to the line, not out. Good job by Austin to keep that in. They fight for it. Comes out to center. Smith plays it back in, and the play is offside. 6:12 left to go, regulation time. Jets trailing by 2. 1 goal every 3 minutes. What do you think? Doable?
Yeah, sure. Anything's doable.
Sure. Kel Smith line is out.
We'd have to find some scoring really fast.
If that does happen, it was Smith with the intercept, trying to play it in on goal. Shot. And there was a big rebound. Norman couldn't get a stick on it. Now he plays it into the corner, though. Riggs up the boards, comes back out to the point. Shot by Amon off a stick and then off the glass behind the net. Saints take over. Norman couldn't get it away, and they play it out to center ice. Toit knocks it down. Tried to get into the zone. He was unable to do so. Now the play comes in. This is a delayed offsides, and the Saints tag up, but the Jets take over. As they look for that long stretch pass, it hit something, and it goes out. They dump it back in, and some changes of players, and a couple of players collide near the Jets bench. And Toit with it. Plays it up ahead. Backhanded in by Brenneman. Back forward in his own zone, Kleesner. Now the Saints will work out on left wing. Trying to work in Schwartz.
Oh, jeez.
That took a funny hop off the boards, and I would say the post really saved him there.
Yeah.
Off the near side boards. Kept in at the point by Waddick. Toit couldn't get it out. Corin on the second try does. Oh, Brenneman was interfered with, but it's carried on by Tatarsky. There is going to be a penalty. Tatarsky a shot, and it goes near behind the net, and they touch up. And so the Jets are going to get a third power play here in this third period. It was a good call. I mean, that was interference.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of times it's let go, but that time they didn't. Now, of course, if I'm the Saints, I'm not too worried about taking penalties.
Yeah.
Against Kansas City. They have not shown a propensity to find the back of the net.
I would think our power play percentage is very, very low.
Would you pull the goaltender here, set up a 6-on-4, down by 2 with 4.5 minutes left to go?
What doesn't hurt?
I would. Now, I don't know if it would help them or not. I would do it if for no other reason than to get the practice doing it. Acton with the puck. So Schultz got the interference call. And the Jets will try and work out. Heinkel took it away, but comes back out near the point, and now here's Riggs. Up ahead looking for Norman. He didn't really anticipate the pass. It was too far ahead of him, and the Saints sent the link to the ice. Back for Acton. Jets will try and work out to center with 1:10 to go in the power play. Smith does dump it in, but heads to the bench for a change, and that'll give the Saints an opportunity to find a lane and send it down the ice. I would acknowledge that the likelihood is that if we had pulled our goalie, we'd probably give up a empty netter, but I still would have done it anyway. 40 seconds left to go in the minor. Play in the middle to Tatarsky. He'll work in. 2-on-2. Shot off a stick and out of play. And we'll get a whistle and a face-off with 34 seconds left to go in Schultz's interference minor. 3:04 in regulation time. Shots 2018 for the Jets, but they still trail it 2-0. Varsity team coming up after this. Looks like we are going to get a timeout. So they apparently want to rest their power play unit. So after this weekend, it's the holiday break, and we don't play again until January.
Cedar Rapids on the 5th, I think it is.
Is that at home?
Nope.
No, so we go to Cedar Rapids this year.
And then we go another 3-day.
Yeah, then that's the middle of the month.
Right, and then we come home.
And it's Ames and Des Moines, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Then we come home for a couple, and then we're off. Go on the road for 1 and home for 3.
And then
the tournament. Hopefully the tournament.
Hopefully to Des Moines.
Well, I think,
pretty good chance.
I think the varsity is going to
yeah,
be there.
I'd say pretty good chance you can count on the varsity making it. JV, they've got a little bit of a tougher road to climb.
Yeah. It's funny, if they took 8, they're sitting in the A spot right now. But
yeah. So is it the top 6 or the top 8?
This year, top 6.
6 still, yeah.
Next year, I think they're going to go up to 8 next year.
Okay.
I hope. I'm going to vote for it.
Okay.
They are pulling the goalie now.
Yep. I would have done it a lot earlier, but so 6-on-4 situation here for the Jets. Smith comes back to Acton at the point. His shot, it bounced around, but ended up going wide of the goal. I'm not sure what it went off as that sent the length of the ice. No icing, of course, because the Jets are shorthanded, or on the power play, the Saints are shorthanded. They won't be in 15 seconds, though, as Corin trying to play it up the boards, and he lost it, and Henkel was wide of the goal on the pot shot at the empty net. In the middle to Tursky. Off his stick, but it's carried on into the zone by Corin. Penalty is over to Schultz. Jets now just with a 6-on-5 situation. Comes back out to Acton. Acton, and that was knocked away. Henkel with it. He had the puck knocked off his stick, and so he couldn't take a shot at the empty net. Now he does, but that was blocked by Corin. We're down to 2:10 left to go. Tursky, and the puck bounced off his stick as he tried to catch the pass. He'll send it across, and Amon will dump it in. Goes off the end boards and comes in front, but Knockel will just cover up on it and get a whistle on a face-off. So the net to our left is empty. And now I believe, they're going to stop him from making a late change. Face off in the Saints zone. Shibig wins it, comes straight away. Brenneman can't pull the trigger, comes back out to Amon at the left point, though. He really has nowhere to go with it. He had it poked out to center ice, and the Saints will dump it into the Jets end, and Acton back. Acton's been on the ice a lot this period.
Yeah.
Up ahead, Riggs on left wing gains the zone. Tursky plays it ahead. Saints get it. They can't get it out. Now goes back to the net. Brenneman. Brenneman comes out to the near side. Try to play it in the corner. Comes up the boards. Acton, a shot that was blocked. Brenneman. Still the loose puck comes out on right point again. Shot by Acton goes wide. It comes to the side of the net. Puck still loose there. Down to the last minute of regulation. Saints take over. They can't get it out Amon, but then on the second effort they do poke it out to center ice. That was Schwartz. And now here's Tursky. He was able to get it in, just barely. And over there, Schultz up the near side boards. Jets keep it in. Brenneman trying to go after for the loose puck. He can't get to it. Loose puck still in the Saints zone. They get it out to center ice. Amon will send the long shot in. That was scooped up by Knockel, and he will cover up for a faceoff with 29.8 seconds left to go. For the Jets' 21st shot of the game against 18 for the Saints, but The Saints are the ones that have gotten it into the back of the net. We'll have the varsity game coming up 25 or so minutes after this one ends. Warren's going to come in and take this after Smith got kicked out of the faceoff. Did get it to Smith along the sideboards. Now goes back to the net. Saints take over off the sideboards, but then Smith couldn't get control of it. Amon does have it. Left it there, and it was swept away from Norman. 10 seconds left. He'll just go back into the Jets' end. Norman up the left boards. Had it poked away. 3 seconds left. They play it toward the empty net, wide of the goal, and that'll do it. And the Kansas City Jets drop
And that's the win, Dubuque.
their first one in Dubuque after winning yesterday in Ames. They lose today against the Saints 2-0.
Yeah, I mean, outshot them 21-18. It was a good hockey game. Just unfortunately, they got 2 in and we got none. That simple.
Well, it's kind of been the MO for a good portion of the year on the JV side.
Exactly.
Of things. But we'll see what they can do to rectify that as the weekend goes on. And in the second half of the season, they do have one more opportunity, though, this weekend to get a couple of points here in Dubuque. We'll see what they can do tomorrow. In the meantime, it's the varsity game coming up here in just under a half an hour or so. They've got a 10-minute warm-up period to ice resurface the starting lineups, and then it'll be the Saints and Jets varsity. Any thoughts before we sign off as far as the varsity game coming up?
No, give me another good game. Dubuque's got a good varsity team this year too. They're right in there, top 5 or 6 in the league, just like we are. So yeah, be a great game.
All righty, 2-0 the final score. Thanks for tuning in here on Kansas City Jets hockey.
You gotta support the puck. Do I have to tell you this? And we're getting killed on the board. Hello. This is your territory, Grimson. Do your job. Grimson.
Hello? Hi, honey. What? Now? All right. The itsy bitsy spider climbed up the water spout. Down came the rain and washed the spider out. Out came the sun and dried up all the rain. And the itsy bitsy spider climbed up the spout again.
I love you, Daddy.
I love you too, sweetheart.
Hey, it's my girl.
You know, my daughter.
Love. Pass it on. A message from the Foundation for a Better Life.